Thanks for staying with us right here on Sunrise as we continue this morning. Now, in light of the upcoming BRICS Summit in South Africa, as this year's chair, a youth delegation from the BRICS member countries is currently visiting South Africa to discuss the formation of a BRICS Youth League. Now, the group has visited various historic sites in and around the country and has engaged in discussions that will look at strengthening the youth voice in BRICS matters. Ahead of the 2018 summit, joining us in studio to talk more on this, we've got Bavelile Hlongwa, who's the Deputy Chairperson of the National Youth Development Agency, and Daria, Sharova, the International Secretary of the Young Guard of the United Russia. Good morning to you, ladies, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, so let's talk about this BRICS Youth League.
Yeah.
Okay, obviously young people want to have a voice in BRICS. What are some of the things that you guys are hoping to achieve with this league?
We're hoping to achieve some sort of access to the BRICS agreement, some leveraging of opportunities for young people across sectors. It's not that it's not been happening. It's been happening, but it has not been properly organized. It's been, a matter of euros when you had there was BRICS and, you've been in this space, but there's no particular process that we know you can follow to be able to be an actor in that particular space.
Okay.
So this BRICS Youth and Students League is trying to then organize and get young people under one umbrella and also give them a stronger voice to be able to speak to the ministers of youth and to the heads of states in terms of their programs that we think are going to take the youth forward in the space of business, in the space of civic organizations, in the space of media and policy, in the space of education. We're looking at all those areas to just get the young people to be active players there. Also, there's a youth, there's a BRICS Development Bank.
Okay.
We
So
also need to get them to get that.
Let's find out from Daria in terms of like young people from other parts of the world. You're from Russia,
Yes.
Coming to South Africa, and you coming to experience South Africa in preparation for the upcoming summit. What are some of the discoveries that you guys have made?
It was actually the great experience. It's not only me from Russia. We had from Brazil, from India, from BRICS countries. It was the great opportunity for us and for the young people from all over the world to meet in Africa, to talk about BRICS, to open the border, to open the opportunity, to fight for some ideals which we believe. And it was very interesting for us.
What are some of those common ideals as young people, for example, in Russia, in your case, that you think you have commonality with young people in South Africa?
Actually, it's almost the same which said Beverly just right before me. There's something what we believe is the free education, is the open border, is the quality for women, is the opportunity for the people, for the young people to be in power. It is... It's so many common yes,
yeah.
between us.
Okay, we don't even have a youth ministry. So how do you guys take your issues forward? Besides, okay, the minister and the presidency who focuses on youth. Do you think that's enough to take the issues?
Look, the journey of youth development has no particular script that we're reading from. We are developing it every day. As you will know, at some point we had Umsobomvu, and then we later on said, no, Umsobomvu and NYC, National Youth Commission, and we said, look, let's try and amalgamate that into the National Youth Development Agency. We've been growing in that particular space, but the nice thing is that government has made it a priority already. We are priority number 2. Priority number 1 is dealing with unemployment. Priority number 2 is youth development.
Okay.
And it sits in the president, which gets it a focus. And as you will know, NYDA reports directly to the president.
Yeah.
But obviously, in terms of delegation of authority, delegated that to the ministry, to the minister in the presidency. So we're working very well in 2 folds on organizing and ensuring youth development in government, but also to working together as an executive authority to try and impact the other sectors. It's a developing space, it's a growing space, and I'm sure at some point we will make a proper and a visible impact when we start to respond in terms of how much we invest in youth development.
That's why she's the chair. Thanks very much, Chef, for chatting to us, ladies. Of course, that was Bavelile Hlongwa, the Deputy Chairperson of the National Youth Development Agency, and Daria, Sharova, the International Secretary of the Young Guard of the United Russia. We come back with more. We'll wrap things up. It is Sunrise Live right here on ETV.
Sunrise.